Good morning, good morning. Come on in and let me know if you're around. If you're on the live, I'd love it if you drop in and let me know where you're joining me from. And if you're on the replay, I'd love it if you drop me a little hashtag replay. Let me know that you caught this and what you think of the cards and the tapping. And if you're thinking, cards tapping, what's she on about? You might be new here and you're really welcome if you are. Thank you. My name is Emma Starling, and I am an EFT trainer and mentor, and I certify people to be trauma sensitive somatic EFT practitioners via my Evolved Energetics Academy. So, the daily tap, what you're seeing here, is all about showing people a very light version and affirmational way to do tapping. Bear with me. So, whilst it isn't clinical EFT, what we're doing here today, it's not therapeutic like it would be in a one-to-one setting. We're still using the same acupressure points that you would use with emotional freedom technique. So it gives you the chance to see how it feels in your body, to see if it's for you. Now, the way that I do this is I pull a card from an oracle, affirmation, or a tarot deck. But if you're not into cards and decks and divination, please don't worry, there's nothing wrong. It's just that this is the way that an easy way to find a focal point for this session. So I'm using the Sacred Forest Oracle by Denise Lynn. It's a lovely card. The artwork is very, very pretty, very magical. So if you are into your cards, it's a great one to do. And the card that's come out is number 28. It's Pegasus, and it's all about transcending. So what I'm going to do is tell you what the card's message is, and I'm going to invite you to just notice what's happening in your body, any sensations, any disturbances, any pulling towards kind of resonant energy, any pulling away from, yeah, no, that's not for me kind of energy, because everything carries a message. And this is actually the way that I do teach. Emotional freedom technique is very body based, very somatic, so that it's trauma safe. So just notice what you notice in your body when I read this out to you. It says, history is replete with myths and legends of the winged horse, the protector of the soul. The Pegasus represents the immortality of your spirit and the journey to the heavens. Bear with me a second. That's better. The appearance of this card is a sign. Get ready for a dramatic activation of your spiritual journey. Oof, a powerful transformation is at hand. Great things are possible in your life. Prepare yourself to fly high above adversity. The Pegasus's rise above the earthly realms. Hello, whoever's just joined. Above the earthly realms offers a higher celestial perspective. Take time to meditate, and profound insights about your life will be revealed. You are asked to see the situation at hand from a higher perspective. Step away from drama and emotional manipulation of others. Some stories describe that where his hooves strike the earth, new springs emerge. Life begins anew. In Greek mythology, Pegasus activates and befriends the nine muses who inspire creativity, liberal arts, music, science, poetry, and visual arts. Hence, Pegasus is symbolic of creativity. The message here is to focus on the incredible creativity, vitality, and spiritual awakening within you. You are on a pilgrimage of the soul. It's time to transcend the weight of earthly burdens. Fly over situations that have been pulling you down. Don't involve yourself with the drama of others. When you remember that you've come from spirit and are eternal, challenging situations will resolve. A profound transformation is at hand. So, flipping heck, that's a big one, isn't it? So, what's going on for you at the moment? Have you been kind of holding yourself back in some way? Have you been feeling called to do something, to make a change, to train in something, to invest in something? I know I had this conversation very recently with somebody who was looking to invest in my EFT training academy, and they said to me that they had been feeling called to do it, you know. Now, when we look at doing something really big, excuse me, there is often a part of us that goes, you sure about that? That's not for you. You can't make a difference. Who are you to think? Me, 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 me. Or even to let other people's drama hold you back. So I've, several times been at the hands of that, where other people's opinions of what I'm doing have, rattled me at times. And it's normal because we're human. And if you feel called and you are passionate about doing something, go inside, because you'll know the answer as to whether it's right for you if you just get really quiet and you ask the question of yourself and then listen for the answer, tune everything else out. And actually, that's what tapping helps you do. So one of the things that happens when you tap, and this is really important, is it calms down the brainwaves. So if you're in, let's say, if you're panicking about something, if you're in cyclical thinking, if you are ruminating or you're catastrophizing or you're going over things, if you're looking at the what ifs or the, the potential challenges, oftentimes we can be in high alpha or even beta brainwaves, which means, you know, sometimes we can get overwhelmed, sometimes we can even get stuck in like anxious cyclical thinking, right? Let me know if that's ever happened to you. I know it has me. And sometimes when we get in that stage, and if we feel in any way stressed about the decision, what happens is, if that's the main, if that's part of the brain and the prefrontal cortex wraps around that, when we get into a stress response, that disengages. Now, this bit is responsible for decision making, creativity, intuition, executive function, all of that. So when you're stressed and that disengages, it's really hard to think straight, to make a decision, to get creative, to tune into your inspiration and your inner voice. So what the tapping today will do is, as we tap, the brainwaves start to slow down. So you come back into relaxed awareness, maybe even theta, but it actually stimulates the release of delta waves as well. And when you're in delta waves, upset emotions from old memories and stuff get dissolved. That's part of what happens with tapping. So if you've tried something in the past back there, okay, that's where I see the past. You might see it that way. Doesn't matter. If you've tried something in the past and you failed or it didn't work out how you wanted, there will be some emotion attached to even trying again. It's called gold trauma, right? I call it gold trauma anyway. And so if you're thinking about doing something new, that thing will come up and it'll sort of sound something like, yeah, but you messed it up last time, or yeah, but it didn't go right last time, you didn't finish the course, or something. And then there will be judgment around that. You're rubbish, you never finish anything, you're lazy, you can't prioritize. Am I right? I'm just saying this because I've had this. Okay. So when we start to calm down the brain waves, we also dissolve that upset emotion that is linked to what happened in the past, that's making you think it's going to happen again. Because, as I said yesterday in the workshop, the emotional brain, the limbic system, confuses similar for same. So this might not be the same thing at all, but it thinks it's similar. And so it goes, yeah, you're going to fail that again, or yeah, you're not going to finish it again. Okay. So with that said, let's do some tapping and see if you can get a clear answer. So think of something that you want an answer on, something that you are umming and ahhing about, you're on the fence, maybe you're considering, and you're not sure whether the answer is yes or no. Let's tap and let's see if you get a clear answer. Okay, I'm going to take these off now. So just taking 2 fingers and full responsibility for your own well-being. Get your hair out your face if you've got long hair like me. And we just start on the eyebrow right here. So I'm on the edge of a decision. Outside of the eye. Join in if you've just joined. It's time to move past my earthly burdens. Under the eye. Fly over situations that have been pulling me down. Under the nose. Disconnect from other people's drama and opinions. Chin. And I choose to remember that because I've come from spirit, which we all have, right? Collarbones. I'm eternal. Under the arm. So wherever there's a challenging situation or decision, top of the head, I choose to go within to look for the answer. Don't forget to breathe. So on the eyebrow, tuning out external noise. Outside the eye, dropping into my own body. Under the eye, listening out for what's best for me. Under the nose, choosing to trust my intuition. On the chin, choosing to trust the wisdom I've gained. Collarbones, knowing that I know myself already. Don't know where that came from, but somebody needed to hear it. Under the arm. I choose to tune in to my yes or my no. Top of the head, and to receive a clear answer now. All right. Take a nice deep breath. So that was transcending. And it talked about transcending above a situation, um, that you're on a journey. And sometimes on that journey, you're gonna be faced with decisions. So that is how I tend to get a yes or a no. Now, if you want to let me know in the comments, you absolutely can. Let me know whether it's a yes or a no. I don't know what your question was. I don't know what your decision was about. But I will say as well that the daily tap is it's just a fun, light-hearted way to experience tapping itself. What I teach in the Evolved Energetics Academy is trauma-sensitive somatic EFT, which is based on the clinical curriculum that Gary Craig designed with my own stuff added for potent effect. And I work very, very bodily based, very sensation based to make sure that it's safe and that it's not re-traumatizing for clients. Now, you don't have to already be a coach, healer, therapist, counselor, or whatever in order to do this. I have plenty of students in the academy who are in full-time work or who are looking to come out of work. And for that reason, I make my course available and accessible to people outside of business owners as well. So if you are feeling a calling today, if you have had a sneaky feeling that you want to either, or maybe you are qualified in some things, but you're still working full time, but you want to go full time in your business, this would be a great tool to add to your bow because it gets such deep, powerful results that you can maximize the transformation you get for clients. And you can also earn more money because you can charge more for the transformation because it's warranted. Um, if you have a sneaking suspicion that you are being called towards this, drop your favorite emoji below in the comments or just send me a direct message wherever you're consuming this content. I do live primarily on Facebook, but you can find me on LinkedIn and YouTube as well. Let me know that you're interested and we can always have a quick chat and see if it is right for you. But other than that, I'm going to leave you to your day. Please make sure you've liked, followed, subscribed. And if you think this will help somebody else, please do share it with integrity. It's free. I've done it for 9 years for free. And I hope that you can help me get it into the hands of 1 million people in my lifetime. All right.